lot of times someone's going to do a trust, a revocable living trust, something like that, to avoid probate, right? So that whatever they have, whatever they leave to their kids, to their beneficiaries, doesn't have to go through the probate process, that it can just be transferred automatically, or can be done without court intervention, and a lot of times without having to hire an attorney. So what they'll do is they'll put the property, they'll retitle the home, the asset, or multiple properties if they have them, so that the trust owns the property, and that the individual doesn't. But a lot of times they don't do that. A lot of times what will happen is you'll go to the attorney's office, or if you're doing the trust yourself, you create the trust document, but you don't actually transfer the property into the trust. And what that means, what transferring the property into the trust means, is you're going to do a new deed. Most of the time this is going to be a quit claim deed, QUIT, a quit claim deed, transferring the property from yourself as the owner, or if you're married, you all, the spouses, as joint owners, and make the trust the owner of the property. And this is, extremely important if one of your goals is to avoid probate. So one of the things you want to look at, if you already have a trust, check and make sure that a deed was ever done. You might want to go to the county property appraiser's website, or call the clerk, call the county and say, hey, listen, who owns my property? And look if a deed was ever done. If an attorney did your trust, did your estate planning documents, ask him or her, hey, did we actually put this property into the trust? If not, hey, why did we not do that? Because again, we see a lot of times where you do the trust, and maybe the attorney doesn't have you do the deed at his or her office. Maybe they expect you to do that, or maybe it's just not talked about. So again, if one of your main reasons is to avoid probate, it's good that you do the trust, but you actually have to put the property into the trust. So make sure that you did some sort of deed transferring the property from yourself, and make the trust the owner of the property.